Devotee. Are there siddhas too in it? Maharishi. All the siddhas are reputed to be there. Devotee. Are there only siddhas or others also? Maharishi. Just like this world. Devotee. Siddhas are said to be in the Himalayas. Maharishi. Kailas is on the Himalayas. It is the abode of Shiva, whereas this hill is Shiva himself. All the paraphernalia of his abode must also be where he himself is. Devotee. Does Bhagwan believe that the hill is hollow, etc.? Maharishi. Everything depends on the viewpoint of the individual. You yourself have seen hermitages, etc. On this hill in a vision. You have described such in your book. Devotee. Yes. It was on the surface of the hill. The vision was within me. Maharishi. That is exactly so. Everything is within one's self. To see the world, there must be a spectator. There could be no world without the self. The self is all comprising. In fact, self is all. There is nothing beside the self. Devotee. What is the mystery of this hill, Maharishi? Just as you have said in sacred Egypt, the mystery of the pyramid is the mystery of the self. So also the mystery of this hill is the mystery of the self. Major Chadwick. I do not know if the self is different from the ego. Maharishi. How were you in your deep sleep? Devotee. I don't know. Maharishi. Who doesn't know? Is it not the waking self? Do you deny your existence in your deep sleep? Devotee. I was and I am, but I don't know who was in deep sleep. Maharishi. Exactly. The man awake says that he didn't know anything in the state of sleep. Now he sees the objects and knows that he is there. Whereas in deep sleep there were no objects, no spectator, etc. The same one who is now speaking was in deep sleep also. What is the difference between these two states? There are objects and play of senses now which were not in sleep. A new entity, the ego, has risen up in the meantime. It plays through the senses, sees the objects, confounds itself with the body, and says that the self is the ego. In reality, what was in deep sleep continues to exist now too. The self is changeless. It is the ego that has come between. That which rises and sets is the ego. That which remains changeless is the self. Talk 144. Mr. Prakash Rao, what is the root cause of Maya? Maharishi, what is Maya? Devotee. Maya is wrong knowledge, illusion. Maharishi. For whom is the illusion? There must be one to be deluded. Illusion is ignorance. The ignorant self sees the objects according to you. When the objects are not themselves present, how can Maya exist? Maya is Yama. Maya is what is not. What remains over is the true self. If you say that you see the objects, or if you say that you do not know the real unity, then are there two selves, one the knower and the other the knowable object. No one will admit of two selves in himself. The awakened man says that he himself was in deep slumber but not aware. He doesn't say that the sleeper was different from the present one. There is only one self. That self is always aware. It is changeless. There is nothing but the self. Devotee. What is the astral body? Maharishi. Do you not have a body in your dream? Is it not different from the recumbent body on the bed? Devotee. Do we survive after death? Does the astral body outlive physical death? Maharishi. Just as in dreams you wake up after several novel experiences, so also after physical death another body is found, and so on. Devotee. They say that the astral body lives for 40 years after death. Maharishi. In the present body, you say the dream body is astral. Did you say so in the dream body? What is astral now would appear real then. The present body itself is astral according to that viewpoint. What is the difference between one astral body and another? There is no difference between the two. Mr. P. Brunton, there are degrees of reality. Maharishi. To say the dream body is unreal now and to say that this body was unreal in the dream doesn't denote degrees of reality. In deep sleep, there is no experience of the body at all. There is always only one, and that is the self.